Hey everyone, welcome to my show and tell. My name is Claudie and thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I believe this is show and tell number 28 and it'll have a title of which I do not know yet, but it'll be in here somewhere. You'll be seeing it already. It's fine. Yes, it's been an interesting morning. So I'm a little frazzled, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm here with you guys. So if you are subscribed to me, and you should be, you will have seen the video before this one was my haul, my Kentucky Sheep and Fiber haul with Amy, who is Ming Mao 1, yes, here on YouTube, and Ming Mao everywhere else. I'll put a link to the video and to her channel as well. You should totally subscribe to her. Check her out. Yes, so she came down. It was a bit of a trek for her, but she came down and we went and we had such an amazing, fun time. She talked about, she recorded I think yesterday, and so she talked about how nice it is to have like people to talk about yarn with, and it's totally true. Because in like my life, most of the people around me, like, they're not interested. I mean, they're not like mean about it, but they're just, they just don't get it. So it's really nice to have somebody who will understand when you're like, oh, I must spend this amount of money on this one skein of yarn. So yeah. So if you want to, go ahead and check out that video after you watch this one, of course. But you can check it out. And I will show you just a little preview if you don't want to go over there yet. Oh, should go over there. Yes, so, all right, is that everything that I had to talk about that wasn't the rest of the stuff? Again, I've just been like a little frazzled this morning. I will just mention, if you try to get a hold of me via email or Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, it may take me a little bit longer to get back to you. There's been an illness instance in my family, and so I'm just kind of dealing with all of that. Don't worry, I mean, I'm fine. It's not me, but yeah. So it'll just be a little bit. It's gonna take me a little bit longer to get back to everybody. All right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and just talk about what I finished. I only have one completely finished object. This is the triangle pot holder by Jessica Phillips. It's a free pattern. I downloaded, or not downloaded it from Ravelry. I found it on Ravelry, and I believe it's on a website, which I'll put a link in the show notes. In the show notes, the link to the show notes will be in the description bar as well. The yarn is Lily Sugar and Cream, and this color is Coral, and this color is like natural or off-white or whatever they call it. I don't have the label for that one anymore. Yeah. And I used a size I crochet hook, which is 5.5 millimeter. Yeah. Now the pattern actually has you stop here. So basically this part wouldn't be there. And as you can see, that would make it quite small, and it actually is still small. I don't know if I would use this as a pot holder, and I'm actually not planning on using it as a pot holder, but I think it would make a good like hot pad. And I guess you could use it as a pot holder, but I feel like when it's got these little holes in it, I don't know. I've burnt myself way too many times picking stuff up that's hot. So yeah, I'm a little extra cautious about that, but it's really, really cute, and I like the overall like aesthetic of it. It's really nice. So because it was small, I went ahead and added this round and then this extra one here. For the loop, I don't think she actually mentions a loop in the instructions. I can't remember. But I did chain 7. And then what I like to do is when I come back down to join it, I slip stitch into the side of the stitch that I just completed, like before I did the chains. And it makes, I think it just makes that little loop there at the bottom make it look a little nicer, but yeah. Okay, so that's all I have finished completely. I do, however, have a hoe, which is a half object. Let's see. That was not in any project bag or anything like that. I just had the yarn sitting out. All right, so this is my one of my Southpaw Creations bags. That's Erin, who's Gimme Yarn 418 here on the YouTubes. Super cute. So I have not woven in the ends apparently. I'm using size, I don't remember. Let me see, do I have the, I have the, okay, this is our size 6 needles. These are my eBay from China needles. You get like a bunch of them for like $7 or something like that. So, so it says a size 8, but that's in European sizing, not UK sizing, but it's a different sizing. And it's actually size 6, which I believe is 4mm. That's correct, right? All right, so again, I'm not woven in the end, so please forgive me for that. I showed you last time, I believe I finished them last time, or the one before that, the mitts I made for my husband using this exact same yarn. Try to tuck the strings in so it doesn't look so bad. And there you go. So you can see the seam is there, and I need to like, I think it's turned. So there you go. String. These are just made out of Cascade 220 Superwash Sport in black and daffodil. I don't have a project page up for these yet, so yeah. And there's my seam where I tried to do the jogless striping technique, and I didn't, as you can see, I didn't do the best job, but I think it's okay. They're fine. And I probably should have put that on the end, but I felt like when people are looking at you, they're probably going to be seeing the inside portion, like this part, more than they would be the back of my arm. That was my thinking about where to, like when I was doing thumb placement. I'm not using a pattern for these. I just, I'm winging it. I cast on 52 stitches. Yes, I did. I'm taking notes so I could make them match. I cast on 52 stitches, actually 53, because when I join in the round, I move the last stitch over next to the front stitch, and then I knit those two together to make the edge a little bit more, like, not to have a big dip there. But anyway, so 52 stitches if you're not doing that. And then because I wasn't sure how tall I was going to make them. I wasn't sure. I made them pretty long for me. There's my elbow. And then I did a few decreases down every so often. And then I worked straight for a little bit, and then I started doing the increases for the thumb. I actually made the thumb hole a little too big, but I'm okay with it. I figure what I might do is actually go back and with the black and do like a crochet chain around a couple of times to kind of draw that in just a little bit and see if that helps. But I did 15 rounds of ribbing down here and 10 here at the top because it was getting a little tall. So, okay. And I've started the next, so that's my half object, but I have started the next one. And I've not got that far on there. So, and you can see here, see that little, see if I can actually show it to you. See that right there? For some reason when I was casting on, I split the yarn somehow and missed a section. So yeah, I'm not gonna go back and I'll go back and fix it when I'm weaving in the ends, but I'm not gonna like rip it out. I'm just not feeling it. So I did obviously 2-row stripes, which do look really pretty, but honestly, like I don't know. I don't enjoy having to carry up the yarn all the time. I did carry up the yarn, I didn't break it. Let me see, I'll actually show you the inside so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so I just carried up the yarn, and I twist it before I start the next color. And I think I probably could have done that a little bit looser, because there were a couple of spots where it was a little tight, but for the most part it looks pretty good. I actually like the way that the inside looks. Maybe I'll turn them inside out and just have a little pretty, like, twisty detail. Probably not. All right. Yes. So that I'm working on the other one. I finished this one, the one mitt, I think yesterday actually. Yes. All right. So what else am I working on? I have been doing. I'm just gonna. I grabbed it, so let's do it. I've been doing a little bit of spinning. Amy had brought her spindle down in the fiber that she had, and she intended to give it to me because she just wasn't into it, she said. And when I saw it, the fiber was in some places actually felted, and in the other parts, like, it just felt like it was maybe made for felting, like if you make like little felt animals or whatever. It was not like it was not drafting. So I gave her some other little things I had, and she tried that, and it worked so much easier for her. So she did that for a little bit, and I did this for a little bit, and then she ended up taking her spindle and everything back home. So she's giving it another try, and I'm excited because, yeah, they say, like, I mean, at least before I started spinning, everyone was like, oh, make sure you use quality fiber. And so I think the first fiber I bought, I just bought like at a festival, not really knowing if it was good or bad. And the first stuff, one of the first things I bought is actually, I thought it was the exact same thing that she had. Mine was a little softer, and it actually would draft a little bit, but it is kind of similar to hers, where it had been handled a lot and felted kind of. So I think what we might do, or at least what I'm thinking about doing for mine, I have 6 ounces left. It was an 8-ounce braid of this particular fiber. I'm thinking about actually just like crocheting with the roving itself. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, I have been working on this just a little bit here and there, not too much because I've been working on other things, but yeah. The fiber and the spindle are both from Turtle Made, and she does 3D printed spindles, and she does have fiber and things like that as well. And I think she's got some yarn too. And this is living in my Kicks and Giggles bag. Yes, I've got my basket of stuff over here on the left. All right, and I had cast on socks. I did show you these last time. Totally did. Did I mention? No. I was going to say, did I mention what needles I was using for that? And I was like, that is spinning. That does not have needles. Yeah. All right, so I am doing, this is Knit Picks Felici and Gummy Bear, the Gummy Bear colorway. And I have 2 socks. So you can see I have done the heel. I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. Looks like that. And now I'm just working on the foot because I did these cuff down. They are matching. As you can see, like, I used the other end of the ball to do the heels rather than break up the striping sequence. Let's see. I don't know if I can actually show that to you. There you go. And I probably should have split it instead of between the yellow. Should have actually just done it at the end of one of the stripes, but whatever. I was like, that might look cool. So the heels do match, but they don't match the striping sequence. I'm using 2.5 millimeter needles. They're Knit Picks. I use two, I like to use two 16-inch circulars to do my socks, like to work in the round. Magic Loop is fine, but I find that these are just faster for me to use too. Not sure why, but it just is. So that's what I do. Fat Squirrel Fibers bag. There's her tag. Sheepy bag. I did take these with me when we went down to the Fiber Festival, but she and I actually never ended up knitting or anything when we were there. So, yeah. And I was driving, so I couldn't knit and drive. Because that would be dangerous. Alright, and then, out of all of the goodness things that I bought, I had a really hard time not like immediately walking in the door and casting everything on because that's what I wanted to do. So I sat on it for a little bit, and then not yesterday but the day before I cast on something with a new yarn that I bought. The bag that I am using is see, it's from Lammy Toes. That's upside down. Lammy Toes. That creases because I had it folded. She usually does like speckly yarn, but she occasionally does bags, and I just thought this fabric was super cute. It's little birds with cherries in their beaks, and on the inside is this cute heart fabric. Now the yarn I'm using is Mode Knit yarn, and it is Mode Work, like WERK flow. And what this is basically a gradient. It's not basic, it is a gradient. It's a gradient. Isn't it beautiful? The color is Cuckoo Wasp, which I didn't even pay attention to the color name until she was ringing me up, and she was like, oh, this is based on a wasp in the Amazon or something, and I'm like, I hate bugs. But it's really pretty, so I'm getting over it for that. Yeah, so I am doing with this the Be Simple Variations shawl. So the person who wrote this is Carolyn Glaus Todrunk. Not sure how to pronounce that. This is an asymmetrical shawl, so you start at the end with like 2 stitches and then you work your way up. Here it is, let's see. This will be the basic shape that it will be as well. So, it'll just be bigger. So you can see the color is starting to lighten here. So you can see the difference a little better that way. So exciting. So exciting. So she has, the person who wrote this, she does have the Be Simple shawl, which is basically the same shape, but it doesn't have any like stitch texture or anything like that in it. Keep messing with my shawl, I'm sorry. This is the Moonrise shawl by Olga something. Fiber Space. I'll put a link. But yeah. Anyway, so here you go. This basically just has eyelets on it. But it really makes, I think it makes it look a little interesting. Now the yarn, you can see it's kind of wavy or kinky, if you will, and I think that just has to do with their dyeing process. That's my theory, at least. I don't know. But so I didn't reskein it or anything and soak it to kind of get the kinks out. I usually hold my yarn with kind of a tight tension anyway, so I figured it wouldn't really matter in the end. But when you look at it, it does look like basically you're not getting as good of stitch definition as you might with another yarn, but I actually really like how this looks. And when it blocks out, it will probably lose that just a little bit, which I'm fine with. Now when it comes to the yarn, it's really It's really nice. It's really soft, and it's since this is mostly garter with the eyelets, it's squishy, which is nice. I did have an issue with a knot. It was not their fault. It was mine. So I had tried to pull the middle, like the center. It's a center pull cake, and I tried to pull the center instead of pulling it from the bottom. I just reached in and grabbed it from the top. I didn't really look at the bottom to see if they had the little section there, and they did. And when I did, I pulled out more than I wanted to, and I ended up with this knot I could not get out. So I had to break the yarn. And you can see there's my knot. I woven the ends, but I just have to clip that little piece there. But that was my fault. It's fine. I am using Shawl red lace size 6, 4.0 millimeter. These are fixed circulars. I have the interchangeable set, but these are the fixed, and I think this is 24 inches. And I just grabbed them. So I will probably have to switch it out. Probably to longer needles, but it's fine. But I'm really excited about it, and I really love it. And I think it's going to be super pretty, and I keep wanting to like post pictures of everything and tell everyone, like, look at this! But I don't, mostly. Yeah, so it's coming along. I worked on it yesterday evening and then the evening before that. So, yeah. All right. I have it's not really a shawl pin, it's just a pin. I showed you last time the sweater clasps that I got from Etsy. This was from Little Tessa Rose Crafts. And I had a problem with the pin backs. She sent me new ones, and I guess it had taken her a little bit, or she thought that it was taking too long. So she sent me a little pin with like just a regular pin. Not the kind of push kind, but the kind that like goes in a little catch. Because she, wanted to thank me for my patience. So yes, I decided today, even though the air conditioning's on, and I just don't want to turn the air conditioning off, but it is a little chilly. At least in some of the rooms because of I got the door closed, so yeah. Anyway, all right. So that is all that I have working on. That's all that I'm working on. I think, right? Yeah. Okay. I have wanted to cast on other things, but I'm trying to not. We'll see how that goes. I really do want to finish the mitts, and I like to get like close to finish on the socks. I should be able to finish the socks before next time. And hopefully once I finish those, then I can cast on something else. And I have a couple of crochet projects I want to do, and a couple other projects I want to do for like patterns and stuff, and I just have to kind of find the time or make the time, I guess. All right. So when it comes to what I bought, obviously I bought a lot of yarn, which you can see on the haul video, but I did also buy one other thing. I bought this little project. I've actually bought two of these. It's a little project pouch. It's got a little sheepy on it, and like it's got grass, and then the back is the back of the sheep, so like the face is just on one side, and there's little like blades of grass on there. It's a suede material. I don't think it's real suede, but it feels like suede. And it has purple zipper. I bought two of these. I bought this one for me, and I bought one for Amy, and hers is pink with a yellow zipper. So yay. Super cute, and we're twins. Twinsies! This project bag is from Becca Ron. Here's her card. And her Etsy store is just beccaron.etsy.com. That is my cat, Gabby. Hi, Gabby. She's not going to answer back. All right. Yeah. She would like to be in here with us. I know. All right. You probably can't even hear her, and it sounds like I'm talking to myself. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, so that's all I bought. Well, I have ordered a Swift because Amy made fun of me a little bit because I didn't have one that my husband usually holds the hanks of yarn when I'm using it, winding it up into a cake. And she was like, just get online and order one. I was like, I guess. So I did. I ordered one day before yesterday, and I think they said, or maybe I ordered it yesterday. No, I didn't order it yesterday. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I ordered on Amazon, and it's gonna be here Wednesday. Or yes, Wednesday. Anyway, that I guess is it for any kind of like crafting things. I have been listening to the second Cormoran Strike audiobook. Well, I finished it. The Silkworm, which is by Robert Galbraith / J.K. Rowling. I finished it, and it was good. It was really good. And I think when I talked about the first one, I mentioned that Robin, who is like the main female character, that she kind of got on my nerves a little bit. And someone, Kat, who is Crocheting Canuck. I was remembering her Instagram name. I was like, that's not her YouTube name. But anyway, Crocheting Canuck, she mentioned that like Robin gets more assertive later on, and she totally does. So I was happy to see that because I was just kind of like, in the first one, I was like, woman, speak up. But yeah, so it was good. I really liked it. I actually think I liked the second one more than the first one. Maybe. I think so. And I have the third one ready to go. So that'll be next. And then I'm not sure when the fourth one will be out. I know that there's going to be a fourth one. I know it's not out. Or at least now I say that and I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. I think it's not out. At least I don't remember hearing anything about it. So yeah. Okay, I guess that's all I have for you today. Yeah. This is probably a little bit shorter than usual, but that's okay. It probably won't. Like, yeah. How have you guys been? Did you go to any fire festivals? Did you go to any, I don't know, yarn stores? Did you buy anything? Tell me what you bought, because, like, I still want to buy stuff. Amy mentioned that she bought fiber, and I only bought one thing of fiber. Spoilers. I only bought one thing of fiber, and I was like, and then she, like, linked me, like, what she bought, and I was like, so, but I've been strong today and yesterday. We'll see how long my strength lasts. All right, I am gonna go because I got to get this edited up and get out of here. So I will talk to you next time. Bye.